Audio Jungle.
Access granted.
Welcome to the channel. Please subscribe.
Defending world champion of F1, Max Verstappen has finally defended his title championship in 2022 also. In the current table as of the Italian Grand Prix, Max and Red Bull both are dominating like hell and are already set to be the winners of the 2022 Formula 1 World Championship. Hell, even in case Ferrari and Charles Leclerc or even both reach the podiums in every single race, I still doubt that if they'll even reach close to Max Verstappen. Let's not forget Sergio Perez too, who's in the top 3 and probably would be ahead of Charles Leclerc, seeing Ferrari's strategies. And after this and how Leclerc, like a lot of times he does a mistake and he loses a lead, especially after the season ends. But this video is about Max Verstappen. So first of all, I am not a Max Verstappen fan myself, gotta tell you. But I gotta admit that Max has undoubtedly been the best driver of 2022, period. He's way ahead of others in both in the points table and in the current domination. Max Verstappen began to earn a name only in 2018 when he finished at the top 4, nearly beating 2007 champion Kimi Räikkönen. In 2019 and 2020, Max finished in the top 3 along with Hamilton and Bottas in a Mercedes dominant era. But it was in 2021 when he won his first world championship in a tight and controversial moment. Max also broke Michael Schumacher's record of the most podiums in a single season with 18, except the Hungarian Grand Prix where Max finished in top 2 in every race, conquering the checkered flag. Max Verstappen also had the better of his teammate Sergio Perez, excluding the Italian GP. Max Verstappen had comfortable wins with Red Bull at its full force, especially in Monaco, Austrian Grand Prix and Mexico Grand Prix. Now even in 2022, he's already had the most wins, bettering his 2021 record only, and there are still a few races to go. Max looks quite a force to be reckoned with. A Lewis fan like me knows what it feels to see someone other than your favorite dominate an era. I know it's too early to call Max Verstappen's performance a dominating one, but looking at his races, it surely feels like he's gonna dominate the future of F1. Speed. Red Bull is currently one of the fastest teams in Formula 1, and Max has always been a quick, agile driver. He speeds up quickly in practice and qualifying, reads the conditions of every racetrack, and that's why he's got the most podiums this year. 11 wins and 13 podiums. And remember again, this is the start till the Italian Grand Prix. And the second highest has less than half the stats of Max. Yeah, Red Bull has got some good engines, but don't take away the credit from Max Verstappen. Mind games. Former racer and commentator David Coulthard pointed out that Max, especially against Lewis Hamilton, has got an upper end in terms of mind games. He pointed out that Lewis has to think about Max, and if Max sets up an overtake, whereas Max fears nobody. Max Verstappen goes for the gap, and Lewis Hamilton has got the psyche of Max. It's amazing how a 24-year-old driver facing a 7-time world champion with over 100 wins, and Max is facing him head-on without any fear. Differing from the other F1 greats, in an interview with Brundle, Red Bull's boss Christian Horner compared Max Verstappen to some of his former Red Bull teammates, mainly Sebastian Vettel. Horner mentioned that Max Verstappen is the greatest driver on the grid currently. He said that Sebastian Vettel was an analytical driver and put huge hours in work, but Max is more or less equally confident but a different character. He even said that Max Verstappen does not like giving less than a 110% in the race, and that Max Verstappen mentions the first lap P1 and tries to be 2 seconds a lap quicker than anyone else. Max's sheer confidence separates him as the current world champion. So, to be honest, these are all the reasons I feel that Max Verstappen's ahead of anybody in why is he so great at F1 currently. I personally feel that Max is going to dominate the future of F1, and his closest rival may be, I think, Charles Leclerc. Just like Lewis Hamilton versus Vettel during the 2017 and 2018 times. But Max Verstappen already has the edge over Charles Leclerc, already having a world championship and having more podiums and wins. As much as I want to see Lewis Hamilton winning his 8th World Championship and passing Schumacher in the terms of World Championship titles, I feel it's kind of a far now. Lewis Hamilton has a mediocre 2022 season, to be honest. But even in that season, Lewis Hamilton has managed to secure a lot of podiums, but unfortunately he hasn't finished in any pole position, which is quite shocking for the 7-time world champion. 2021's controversy eluded him the title in my books, to be honest, at least to some extent. I think the reign's coming over for Lewis Hamilton. But even if he wins, even if he remains with 7 world titles, he's still the joint highest Formula 1 title holder. So I think that's enough for this video, and I'm gonna see you in the next video. So Formula 1, you can go to sleep now, and my video is over.